Imagine this, the technology you think of as futuristic today, AI, smartphones, electric cars, even video calls, actually existed over 100 years ago. Sounds impossible, right? But history is full of surprises, and many inventions we consider modern were first created long before their time. Take video calls, for example. Today we use Zoom, FaceTime, or WhatsApp to instantly see and talk to someone across the world. But back in 1927, AT&T had already developed a device called the picture phone. This machine allowed people in New York to see and speak to someone in Washington. Imagine that, a century ago. The problem wasn't the idea, but the cost and infrastructure. There was no internet, and it was incredibly expensive, so only a few businesses ever used it. Still, the concept was already there, waiting for the world to catch up. Now, consider electric cars. We often think of them as a modern invention, something that emerged in the last decade to save the planet. But around 1900, nearly 30% of cars in America were actually electric. They were quiet, easy to start, and produced no pollution. Gasoline cars eventually took over because fuel was cheap and convenient, and electric cars faded from the mainstream. Imagine how different our world would be if electric vehicles had become the standard back then. Perhaps climate change wouldn't feel so urgent today. It's fascinating to realize that technology doesn't always fail because it's impossible. Sometimes society just isn't ready. Artificial intelligence, another modern marvel, also has roots in the past. In 1914, a Spanish engineer built a mechanical device called El Ajedrecista that could play chess entirely on its own. It could make moves without human intervention, analyzing the game and responding logically. This was more than a toy. It was one of the earliest examples of artificial intelligence in history. Today, we have AI in everything from self-driving cars to virtual assistants, but the dream existed over a century ago. It's incredible to think that what seems revolutionary now was already imagined decades before. The concept of smart homes is another area where history surprises us. We think of connected lights, smart locks, and automated systems as products of the 21st century, but the early 1900s had them too. Wealthy households had automatic doorbells, centralized heating, and lighting systems that could be controlled with simple switches. While primitive, these systems were essentially the first smart home technology. They show that people have always dreamed of making life easier through innovation, even if the full potential of technology wasn't yet available. Wireless communication, too, has a history that predates modern Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Nikola Tesla, in 1895, transmitted signals without wires, dreaming of a world where the entire planet could communicate instantly. He imagined a future where news, music, and messages could be sent anywhere at any time. Many people thought this idea was impossible, yet today, we live in exactly the world Tesla envisioned, connected globally, without ever touching a wire. Virtual reality might seem like a 21st century invention, but its roots are even older. In the 1930s, the Link trainer was developed to train pilots in a simulated environment. Pilots could practice flying without ever leaving the ground, experiencing realistic situations safely. This was one of the earliest forms of immersive virtual reality. It shows that humans have always sought ways to experience new worlds and expand the limits of reality. Even robots, something we usually associate with sci-fi movies, were imagined long ago. In 1921, a play called RUR, Rossum's Universal Robots, introduced the world to the concept of artificial humans, machines designed to perform tasks for humans. This is where the very word robot comes from. The play imagined human-like machines that could work, think, and eventually rebel. It's astonishing to see that the basic idea of robotics existed nearly a century before modern robots became a reality. 100 years ago, people were also trying to predict the future using machines. Primitive devices were used to analyze stock markets, forecast weather, and study human behavior. These machines were slow and inaccurate compared to today's AI, but the principle was the same. Humans have always been fascinated with anticipating what's next, using technology to help them prepare for the future. Today's AI might be faster and smarter, but its roots trace back to these early experiments. All of this teaches one simple lesson. the future is rarely as new as we think. Most technology is either rediscovered or reimagined long after it was first invented. The real question is not whether an idea can exist, but whether society is ready for it. What seems impossible today might have already been achieved in some corner of the world a century ago. So, next time you look at your smartphone, drive an electric car, or use AI to answer a question, remember, these aren't just products of the present. They are echoes of visionaries from the past, people who imagined a future far beyond their time. History constantly reminds us that imagination and reality are closer than we think, and the line between them is thinner than it ever appears. Technology may move fast, but human curiosity has always been faster. The innovations of the past teach us not just about what was, but about what's possible. Who knows? The next big invention you use tomorrow may have already been imagined 100 years ago, waiting for the world to catch up. The past, it seems, has always been ahead of its time. And if you enjoyed learning about these incredible inventions from the past, don't forget to hit that like button. Drop a comment below telling us which technology amazed you the most, and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more mind-blowing stories from history and the future. By subscribing, you'll never miss a video that could change the way you see the world. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you're the first to watch our latest uploads.